In the world of social media, where the perfect image often takes precedence over reality, a shocking story has come to light. Imagine a couple adored by thousands, whose lives seemed like a modern fairy tale. Ladarius Brownlee, known as Dino, and his girlfriend Zara Hashimi won hearts with their fun and captivating videos on TikTok. But behind the smiles and dances was a dark truth. During a heated argument after the 4th of July festivities, Dino allegedly shot Zara in the face with a tan Glock, forever changing the narrative of a relationship that seemed perfect. This tragedy raises deep questions about the discrepancy between public image and private reality, and the ensuing legal and personal consequences are a brutal reminder of how violence can hide behind appearances. Ladarius Brownlee, better known as Dino, captured a significant following on TikTok by sharing everyday details of his life alongside his girlfriend, Zara Hashimi. The couple amassed over 150,000 followers on the platform, enchanting many with their dances, challenges, and intimate moments. Dino and Zara were seen as an example of a perfect and fun relationship, captivating the audience with their apparent chemistry and funny moments. The relationship between Dino and Zara seemed flawless on social media. They shared videos of trips, shopping sprees at Zara, and participated in viral trends that kept their followers eagerly awaiting more. The duo managed to create a strong bond with the public, who saw them as a model couple, always smiling and in harmony. This online presence generated a dedicated and engaged fan base that was invested in every aspect of their shared lives. Despite the appearance of perfection, the reality behind the cameras was quite different. Reports from close friends and family began to paint a darker picture of their relationship. Frequent arguments and constant tension were evident to those closest to the couple. The difference between the public image and the private reality of Dino and Zara raised questions about the authenticity of lives shown on social media. The pressure to maintain a facade of happiness on social media can be intense. Dino and Zara were no exception, and the need to appear perfect for their followers may have exacerbated underlying issues in their relationship. The need for validation and the pressure to please a vast audience often result in hiding real conflicts and tensions. For Dino and Zara, this duality eventually had tragic consequences. Followers of Dino and Zara were shocked to learn that their lives were far from perfect. The image of a perpetually happy and in-sync couple was dismantled as more details of their problematic relationship came to light. This contrast served as a reminder that social media often shows only a fraction of reality, often polished and idealized. The truth was much more complex and painful than the TikTok videos suggested. As we delve deeper into Dino and Zara's story, it becomes clear that the duality between online and offline life can be dangerous. The facade of happiness can mask serious problems, as in their case, where verbal and physical violence was present. This initial revelation sets the stage for the more tragic events to follow, highlighting the need for authenticity and real support instead of just a perfect image for the public. On the night of July 4th, an argument between Dino and Zara after an Independence Day celebration took a tragic turn. The couple, who seemed so united and happy in TikTok videos, engaged in a violent confrontation while returning home. The fight began after the event at Bakersfield Park and quickly escalated, culminating in a tragedy that would shock all their followers and friends. During the argument, Brownlee allegedly pulled out a tan Glock and shot Zara in the face, causing severe injuries. The altercation, which started verbally, turned physical when Dino ordered Zara into the car. As they argued in the vehicle, Dino stopped and retrieved the gun, shooting Zara above her right eye. The Glock, a symbol of physical violence, turned a heated conflict into a scene of horror. The sound of the gunshot echoed through the neighborhood, and the tragedy quickly attracted the attention of authorities and bystanders. Witnesses reported the sequence of events to the police, describing the escalation of violence. Zara was found lying on the ground, gravely injured, while Dino stood in shock. The presence of a Glock at the scene added a layer of gravity and urgency to the situation, transforming a night of celebration into a nightmare. Police arrived quickly at the scene and arrested Dino, who reportedly confessed to the crime during the 911 call. The confession and the evidence at the scene left little doubt about what had occurred. Zara was rushed to Baylor Scott and White Medical Center in Grapevine, where doctors fought to save her life. The scene at the location and at the hospital was chaotic and emotionally charged, reflecting the severity of the situation. As Zara fought for her life in the hospital, the online community and media began to speculate about the details of the incident. The story of Dino and Zara, which was once about love and fun, was now marked by violence and tragedy. The discrepancy between the life shown on TikTok and the reality became a significant point of discussion. Social media was filled with reactions and theories as followers tried to understand how something so horrible could have happened. With Dino in custody and Zara in critical condition, the public narrative began to shift drastically. The image of a happy couple was replaced by a story of abuse and violence. The revelation of a troubled relationship culminating in an act of physical violence with a Glock shocked everyone. The next phase of the case would bring serious legal consequences for Dino and an ongoing fight for life for Zara. Immediately following the incident, the scene became even more dramatic and chaotic. The sirens of police cars and ambulances pierced the night as the gravity of the situation became evident. Dino was promptly detained by the police, handcuffed, and placed in the squad car. Dino's demeanor, once charismatic and confident in videos, now reflected despair and confusion. The quick action of the authorities ensured that he was apprehended at the crime scene. Zara, on the other hand, was rushed to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Doctors at Baylor Scott and White Medical Center worked intensively to stabilize her, given the severe injury to her face caused by the Glock shot. The battle for Zara's life began there, with medical specialists doing everything possible to save her. This tense moment in the hospital starkly contrasted with the seemingly perfect life the couple portrayed online. The news of the shooting spread rapidly, both on social media and through traditional media outlets. Followers of Dino and Zara were in shock, unable to believe that the couple they admired could be involved in such a tragedy. The disbelief and sadness permeated online reactions, with many fans expressing their grief and confusion. The disconnection between the public image and the couple's reality became a central theme in discussions. Authorities began to investigate the details of the case, gathering witness statements and physical evidence. Dino's confession during the 911 call, combined with witness accounts, painted a clear picture of what had transpired. The firearm, a tan Glock, was seized as evidence. The thorough investigation would reveal more about the dynamics of Dino and Zara's relationship, focusing on the violence that culminated in the shooting. Meanwhile, Zara's condition remained critical. Every update on her health was awaited with anxiety by her followers and the media. Zara's fight for life symbolized the severity of the violence she had endured, and the online support continued to pour in. Messages of hope and solidarity flooded social media, showing a human and empathetic side of the public that once only consumed the couple's entertaining content. With Dino in custody, attention turned to the potential legal implications of his actions. The severity of the charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, meant he faced serious consequences. The community, both online and offline, awaited the unfolding of the case with hopes for justice for Zara and a deeper examination of abusive dynamics in relationships portrayed as perfect on social media. Following his arrest, Dino faced serious charges, including aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and deadly conduct with a firearm. The evidence, including Dino's confession during the 911 call and witness statements, made the case against him quite strong. The gravity of the charges was further heightened by the reported history of verbal and physical violence in their relationship. Dino was held in custody with bail set at $900,000, reflecting the severity of the charges against him. The high bail amount indicated the perceived risk by authorities that he could be a danger to society or attempt to flee before the trial. Zara's critical condition remained a key factor, as if she did not survive, the charges could be elevated to homicide. Legal experts noted that if convicted of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, Dino could face up to 20 years in prison, depending on the specific circumstances and history of violence. If the charges were elevated to homicide, he could potentially face life imprisonment without the possibility of parole. The severity of the potential sentence reflects the gravity of the crime and the need for justice for the victim. Dino's defense argued that the shooting was an impulsive act during a heated argument, trying to mitigate the severity of the charges. However, the reported history of violence from witnesses complicated this defense, suggesting a pattern of abusive behavior that culminated in the tragic event. This continuous pattern of violence could significantly influence the jury's perception and the final sentencing. The online community and Dino's followers were divided in their opinions on the case. Some continued Dino's defense argued that the shooting was an impulsive act during a heated argument, trying to mitigate the severity of the charges. However, the reported history of violence from witnesses complicated this defense, suggesting a pattern of abusive behavior that culminated in the tragic event. This continuous pattern of violence could significantly influence the jury's perception and the final sentencing. The online community and Dino's followers were divided in their opinions on the case. Some continued to support Dino, believing he deserved a second chance, while others called for severe justice for Zara. Public opinion influenced the case, but the judicial system had to focus on the evidence and facts presented. The pressure for a fair and impartial trial was intense, with the media closely following every development. Meanwhile, Zara remained in critical condition in the hospital. Her recovery was uncertain, and each update on her health was awaited with anxiety. The possibility of Zara surviving and testifying in court could provide crucial first-hand accounts of the events, directly impacting the verdict. Zara's fight for life symbolized the severity of the abuse she endured, and her condition continued to be a critical factor in the case's progression. Discussions about domestic violence and the importance of early intervention became central in online and media conversations. Dino and Zara's case highlighted the need to recognize the signs of abuse and seek help before situations escalate to physical violence. This incident served as a stark reminder that, behind the perfect appearances on social media, there can be dark and dangerous realities that need serious and urgent attention. Although Dino and Zara were seen as the perfect couple on TikTok, the reality behind the cameras was quite different. Witnesses close to the couple began to report a disturbing history of verbal and physical violence. Friends and family commented on frequent and intense arguments that starkly contrasted with the public image of love and harmony they presented. This discrepancy between what was shown online and what actually happened was alarming. The pressure to maintain an appearance of happiness and success on social media can be overwhelming. For many, Dino and Zara's life seemed ideal, full of happy moments and fun. However, social media often presents a filtered and idealized version of reality. This phenomenon is common among influencers who feel the need to maintain a perfect bond with their followers, often hiding serious problems and internal conflicts. Dino and Zara's case highlights the importance of looking beyond appearances on social media. The physical and verbal violence they experienced was a clear sign of a dysfunctional relationship, something that cannot be ignored or covered up by well-edited and smiling videos. For those living in similar situations, it is vital to seek help and support, even if the pressure to maintain appearances is great. Warning signs should not be underestimated. Many followers of Dino and Zara were surprised to learn the true nature of their relationship. The revelation of a history of violence shattered the trust of many fans, who now viewed Dino in a new light. This incident showed how easy it is to be deceived by a carefully curated narrative on social media. Followers began to question the authenticity of other influencers and recognize the need to be more critical when consuming online content. Dino and Zara's story serves as a powerful reminder that social media is not a perfect reflection of reality. The incessant pursuit of online validation can lead people to hide their problems and present a facade of perfection. This constant pressure can exacerbate already complicated situations, such as domestic violence. It is crucial for followers to understand the difference between real life and online life and to help those who might be suffering in silence. While Zara continued to fight for her life in the hospital, the public narrative began to change. More people started sharing their own experiences of abusive relationships, inspired by Zara's tragic story. The online community, previously focused on entertainment, now united to discuss serious issues and seek solutions to prevent such tragedies in the future. The duality between Dino and Zara's public image and private reality became a central point in conversations about authenticity and mental health on social media. Now that you understand the depth and consequences of this tragic event, it's time to reflect on what we can learn and how we can act to prevent such situations from happening again. The story of Dino and Zara is not just about the fall of a perfect facade, but about the importance of recognizing the signs of violence and taking action before it's too late. How often have you wondered if the life you see on social media is really authentic? Have you thought about how the pressure to maintain a perfect image can affect someone's mental and emotional health? It's essential that we become more aware and critical of the content we consume and the lives we admire online. If you or someone you know is experiencing a similar situation, do not hesitate to seek help. There are numerous resources and hotlines available to offer assistance and guidance. Violence should never be tolerated, and the first step toward change is recognizing that there is a problem. We want you to join us on this journey of awareness and action. Subscribe to our channel, activate notifications, and continue learning about how to identify and combat violence in all its forms. Together, we can make a difference and build a safer and more supportive community. Welcome to Spooky Stories. I'm Milo, your guide through the chilling and the unknown. Here, we dive into terrifying tales that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Join our community of thrill seekers, and let's explore the darkness together. Meet Sarah. Like many of us, she used to dread bedtime. Hours spent tossing and turning, waking up groggy and irritable, and worst of all, her relentless snoring that not only disturbed her sleep, but her partner's as well. Desperate for a solution, Sarah tried everything. New mattresses, white noise machines, even sleeping pills. Nothing worked until she discovered our breathing for sleep routine. One particularly frustrating night, Sarah stumbled upon an article about the power of breathing to improve sleep. Skeptical but willing to try anything, she read about our breathing for sleep routine, a simple, scientifically backed method designed to clear sinuses, enhance breathing, and eliminate oxygen blockades. It promised to guide users through a simple breathing routine for the best sleep of their lives. Intrigued, she decided to give it a shot. As she began the routine, Sarah immediately felt her sinuses clear. She followed the step-by-step guide, learning how to breathe deeply and correctly. Within minutes, she noticed a significant difference. Her breathing was smoother, more relaxed. That night, she fell asleep faster than she had in years and, incredibly, stayed asleep all night. One of the most astonishing benefits was the end of her snoring. The routine included a simple breathing hack that stopped her snoring in minutes. Sarah learned that her habit of mouth breathing was activating her survival mode, preventing her from achieving truly restful sleep. By switching to nasal breathing, She deactivated this mode and allowed her body to fully relax. The next morning, Sarah woke up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. She couldn't remember the last time she felt so well rested. Her partner noticed the difference too. No more middle-of-the-night disruptions from her snoring. The transformation was remarkable, and Sarah knew she had found something special. Sarah's story is not unique. Many others have discovered the life-changing benefits of our breathing for sleep routine. Imagine falling asleep quickly, sleeping soundly through the night, and waking up feeling fully rested. No more snoring, no more grogginess, just deep, restorative sleep. Are you ready to transform your sleep like Sarah did? Our breathing for sleep routine is easy to follow and starts working immediately. Clear your sinuses, enhance your breathing, and remove oxygen blockades with our guided routine. Say goodbye to snoring and hello to the best sleep of your life. Check out the link for this wonder in the description and the comments.